Hello, Richie. Hi. Good afternoon.
Hi,
Yeah, is it good afternoon? Yeah, it is. How are you, Richie?
I am really good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So, Richie, we'll do one thing since this is a podcast wherein we want people to share their mental health issues or the stories that I've faced before, and so that others can listen to it and try to learn something or try to seek help or try to at least know something that's it's really important to address and do something regarding it on a very quicker basis without wasting time. So what we'll do is first, since we begin this podcast, I want you to first introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, so hello people. I am Richie Racheeta. I hail from Odisha and I'm currently in my undergraduate studies. Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right, all right. So what are you studying, Richie?
I am a BSc Psychology honors student.
Oh, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
why did you choose it? Like, is there a particular reason you chose it?
Not really, but yeah, I was really passionate about psychology since the day I knew that there's a subject like this.
Okay.
It was very early in my school, in my middle school, and I had decided that yeah, this is my subject and I want to do something. Yeah,
All right, perfect. And how's it going so far?
really good. As far like so far, so good.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So tell me, how was your childhood, Richie? That would be like the start of a conversation. So yeah, how were you in your childhood? Were you shy, introverted or extroverted or outgoing? What? Yeah, how were you basically?
I was a really shy kid. I was very silent. The person you are seeing right now is completely different, and I was very innocent as well. So
You're not
yeah,
now?
not now, not at all. I'm completely
Okay,
360 day, like yeah, completely opposite.
okay, okay. Why do you think you're not innocent now?
Because I know I'm not innocent.
Okay.
Like how do I say? Okay, there are two types of innocence. I'll say,
Hmm. Hmm.
the one innocence is people who cannot know what is going on, like who cannot see
Be
the
self-aware.
reality. Yeah, be self-aware, cannot see the reality behind the screen. They just
Okay.
see whatever they are being shown. So that
Right.
is one type of innocence, and that is very difficult to live with. So
Hmm.
I personally feel sometimes, okay, sometimes we become that innocent when we're not like not experienced in a particular thing. But yeah, that is one type of innocence, and second is dumbness. Like
Okay.
not in a very bad sense, but yeah,
Okay.
some people are
Understood.
really dumb.
Understood. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Perfect. Great, interesting. All right, so Richie, yeah, so I was asking about your kid, when you were a kid, right? So yeah, so you were shy and you were innocent, and yeah, what after that? How was your school?
My school in the starting was really good. I was like the first bencher and used to get good
Okay,
marks, always to study, didn't have much friends, didn't talk to people, was very shy, introverted heart, and like that. Then, as I grew up, situations happened, life happened, and I learned things. I saw life. Okay, so there is this side of life as well, which was unknown to me. And I started to explore about it. I fought through it. I learned through it. And yeah, I'm living through it.
all right. Okay, just one thing that I want to say is, are we twinning? Like, I have a white background, you have a white background, and we are wearing the
Yeah,
same
kind
shirt.
of.
Yeah, yeah, I think. All right. Okay, so you told that life happened, correct? I mean, in school, it started, and then life happened, and you have learned many things. So, what happened? What happened? What have happened with you?
Okay. So as a kid, as I told you, I was very shy,
Right.
and it was very difficult for me to open up. I didn't
Okay.
know that there is this thing also that you can speak to people about yourself.
Okay. Okay.
I was that dumb. I was literally a dumb kid.
No, I'll
I
just frame it. I don't think it's dumb. I think it's just that lack of awareness we can call. I don't think it would
Yeah,
like.
yeah. To put it in a formal way, lack
Yeah.
of awareness.
No,
I
not
was
formal way.
just
Being dumb. I think when you use the word dumb on yourself, it's just being hard on yourself, I guess. Maybe you're hard on your younger self. So just lack of awareness, I guess. And now you're the intelligent one.
Yeah.
So
Not really. Anyways, so yeah, for me, my life was those, five group of people, and that much. And I'm a very sensitive person. Till now, I'm very sensitive. So, and I live in extremes. I can be too good, I can be too bad. At that time, I was never bad. Like I never explored that bad side of mine. I was like always too good. And I had this bunch of friends and my family, and that's it. My life was that. My whole world was that. So I used to adore the relationships I used to have. Till now, I have great relationship with my parents, and by
super
God's
good.
grace, thank God.
Right.
And but yeah, with friends and with school, particularly, I heard this thing a lot of times in my school days, that school days are meant to be good. In our adulthood, we reminisce our school days. We go back to the memories. We cry about that we are missing it and all. My school days were not like that. It was a completely opposite. I didn't cry after like during leaving school. In 10th, I remember a lot of people, like my friends and everyone, hugging each other, and I'll miss you. I cannot live without you. We'll go to the same college and everything. And I was this kid. I was happy leaving school. Like, okay, finally, I'm going to start my own life. Finally, I'm getting out of this cage or whatever. I was really happy.
Okay.
So to start with, I had troubled friendships. Maybe because I was not aware how to handle friendships. For me, it was giving my everything.
Right.
Which is like when I grew up, I knew that okay, you cannot give everything to one person because it would be burdening to one person and to yourself as well. At that time, I was immature, of course, as a child. So this happened with a particular bestie of mine, and I would call that my first breakup with my bestie. So, and it was a really bad breakup
Is it a real
because
thing, breaking up with friends? Is that a real thing?
I really feel so. For me, it is very real.
And I'm sure it would be so much heartbreaking, I guess.
I know, and I could actually experience that bad breakup aftermath. You know, people start drinking. I started to, though I took it in a positive way, not in a negative way. But yeah, as you can see, I have my hair short. So I cut short my hair to improve myself. So okay, let me start from the beginning. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
this
please.
bestie. I had
Oh,
this,
by the way, you
yeah,
have
this.
just nice hairstyle. By the way, I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I love it too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so hmm, yeah, I had this group of friends, and we were really good till fifth standard. And I was a good student in my childhood, as I said. And but then I don't know, I started to deteriorate in my studies, and it came with a lot of things because at that time I was experiencing a lot of things inside me, like that puberty hit. I was growing inside. I was feeling changes, and as I was an introvert, I couldn't share these things with people. I thought that okay, I felt very different within me, but then I couldn't share this things, like I couldn't express myself to people. So I was all experiencing it within myself, keeping it to myself, and okay, I was busy. And at that time also, as I was in ICAC, so we got this great division of subjects in my seventh. So we got from maybe 6 subjects to 10 subjects.
Okay.
So it was like a lot. And I was trying to process things, and by that time I was deteriorating in my marks. I was a 90% kid. I came up to 80%, and it is a great thing. Though it seems like okay, 80, 90 is, you know,
Yeah, I
okay,
get it.
okay.
Yeah.
But no, at that time you feel really bad. Okay, 90s where and 80s like very low, like
Right,
that.
right. We have that. Right.
So I was very sad at that time, but yeah, whatsoever. And this bestie of mine, I don't know what happened. One day, I'll just say the way I experienced it. One day I saw, we used to sit together, and one day we sat together and we had nothing to talk. We were like two strangers sitting together. And that I remember very clearly, very vividly, because that was the day that was too heartbreaking for me, that I'm sitting by like at the side of my best friend and I have nothing to talk with her. What has happened? And to be very honest, I never thought that I would lose that person. Like losing people, that intelligence, that emotional intelligence, I hadn't got till then. I never knew how you feel to lose one person, be it death, be it just like distance or anything. That was the first thing that hit me. I don't know what was the story from her side, but from my side, I could see that she was the person, because I deteriorated in my studies and I became, yeah, we were growing up at that time, so puberty hit, people went crazy. So, for stupid things, this cool tag they used to give to some cool kids. And I was not one of those cool kids. I was not one of those popular kids. And I was a normal child. At that time, everyone tried to become like the cool kid, like idolizing and all those
Right.
things. It is very normal. People do that.
Of course.
But I don't know what happened to me. I was like, no, if I don't like a thing, I would not follow it. I would not like it. I would not try to like it just for the sake of others. So there was a peer pressure on me, but I tried to fight the peer pressure. And for
Right.
that, I became a part of the uncool group. The group which, like, to whom no one talks, or they are just looked down upon. They're just there because they're a part of the
Yes.
class, nothing else.
Mhm.
So for that also, I think something might have happened, and she started to distance herself from me. And then, okay, till this much was okay. But then she started to backpitch about me, and that was the time it was like I couldn't believe that someone could do this. It was like
That to your
literally
best friend.
taking a knife and putting it at my back.
Right.
And I was just a kid,
Mm.
going through all these puberty things and all these subjects, all these new stress I was getting into,
Right.
and everything was so overwhelming. I couldn't understand what was going on. I didn't talk to her about this, like what was happening. I was not that much matured. Also, I was that shy. And then they came because I was a part of my uncool group of my class. So I was looked down upon. I was felt like I don't deserve things. Like if I get some good marks in some subjects, people used to act, oh my god, she got that. How could she score that much? She
Right.
shouldn't. That type. Or else she's wearing this type of dresses, oh my god, she cannot. Those type of
Mhm.
remarks I used to get. And even people commented on my beauty, on my face. And I was actually, I was not insecure, but I felt that I'm not pretty and I'm some ugly kid, who cannot score good in class, who maybe doesn't have a future or something. And yeah, I was very, uh, how do I say, very low on my self confidence.
Right. It
And
does affect
today when I
that.
study psychology, I get to know that that was purely bullying.
Right.
So the moment I realized that, I was laughing upon myself that okay, I was also once bullied in my school, you know, and that I realize now. I never did till the day I studied it actually.
Mhm.
So yeah, that happened.
Okay. So this all happened in your school life, like this was the entirety of your school, correct? And then what happened after school? Like, how was your results? Like, did that impact your results in a way, drastic way, or how was that?
Yeah, definitely. My state of mind reflected on my results a lot. till my ninth grade, I used to score like 70s, 80s, and all that. Um, but in my eighth, when I was in eighth standard, I got this a neighbor. I would call her my angel, literally. She came and we actually shifted houses, and we came to this apartment. She was my neighbor. We talked and we connected and we clicked just like nobody does. We clicked so well. And I had just one friend. That was my neighbor. I literally had one friend in my entire school life from, 6th or 7th maybe till 10th. And I used to share everything to her. And she was the one who made me realize that I'm not alone. If I'll say I'm feeling a particular way, she'll say that because you are this. She made me, know myself.
Right, right.
Like this introvert, extrovert, I didn't know this words existed. I was like, I'm not able to, share things. I'm not comfortable with a large crew of people. And she was like, because you're an introvert, accept yourself.
Correct.
I'm like, I'm not a, master in something. I'm a jack of all trades basically and master of none. And she was like, because you're a multi-potentialite, embrace yourself.
Right.
And she used to give me all these terms, and my personality type, and everything. Literally, like whatsoever I am today, I would thank her. Like I would give her my entire life, the credit of my entire life. She showed me the mirror that see, this is you. And then I fell in love in psychology because I knew that this is the subject which will, help me know myself better.
Right. And I'm sure she's really, or she, I mean, are you in contact with her even now?
Not really. We had a kind of breakup as well, but it was like on good terms. It was very maturely taken. It was some communication gap. So, but I still cannot hate that person. I can never hate that person. I have no
Correct.
negativity about her towards her, nothing. She's like,
Right.
I don't know. I'll still appreciate her till my death.
All right. I'm sure she would listen to this, and once she listens, she's. I don't know the communication gap, of course. I don't know the story, but I'm sure she'd come back, and you can both have conversation together, like that, like the good times, good old times. Great. So you have mentioned this, and I just wanted to know, Richie, when this was happening, you actually have. I mean, you opened up to your neighbor, right? That's opening up. Did you do that with your parents as such, like your own parents or siblings, if you have? Did you do that?
Yeah, I did. At that time, my family was a great support. Though they couldn't understand what was exactly going on, because even now, when I grow up, yeah, I could understand it is a very difficult part on parents that to understand what exactly the child is going through, especially in an Indian society where all these things are not that much spoken about. Children, people think children don't have any stress because at that time when I spoke about being stressed or being in tension that no, I'm not feeling well, or even the most talked topic, depression, people think that तुम बच्चे हो, what, like how can you have depression, how can you have
Right,
stress?
right, right,
But I have felt the stress. I have seen people feeling the stress. Children, they also have stress. We cannot just disregard them that okay, you are child, you don't have any major work, so you cannot have stress. They too have stress, they too go through depression, they too go through breakups and everything. That was a thing which my parents couldn't understand, though they provided support as much as they could. But yeah, in this way only a friend can give you, only a friend who actually knows you, or knows the situation you are in. I feel a friend is very much necessary that time.
right, right. And so, how did you cope up? I mean, of course, you spoke to your neighbor, but after your schooling, when you have gone to your degree, let's say doing your degree, pursuing your degree now. So, how have your thoughts changed? Like, how did you come with that all that confidence? Does it happen in the end, or with the neighbor? When did that happen? The revival of Richie. How did that happen?
Okay, so as a kid, this innocent, introvert, shy kid was a great dreamer. She is still a great dreamer. I have very high aims, and I think of myself very highly since the childhood. I don't know if that
Correct.
is my family, the environment I was in. I have always been known to be the kid who shines bright, who can do a lot of things, who has a lot of capabilities. I would give a lot of credit to my parents and my family because they were the only ones who would speak very highly of me. Okay, Richie, I know she'll do it. Yeah, she has got it. So since childhood, I was grown up in this kind of environment. So it was very hard for me to accept the fact that I don't deserve anything.
Okay. Right.
So
Understood.
within me also, I started to revolt against myself, that self who was, you know, saying bad about me, who was thinking bad about me. That no, you don't know me, okay? I don't deserve all these bad things. I don't deserve all these bad behavior. I deserve greatness. I deserve a lot of good because I know I'm a good person. And at that time, I would say I shouldn't, but I would give some credit to this trauma of mine. It was okay. So let me put it. I feel that I am this type of person who cannot settle for less.
Okay.
And because I cannot settle for less, I try to do everything to escape from the situation. As I said, I was really happy that I was actually escaping from my school. After
Hmm.
10th, I was really happy. I was celebrating. I always wanted to escape from that situation. My house, my family was my escape. So whenever I was with my family, I used to spend time with myself. At that time, I used to spend a lot of time with nature. And as I got closer to nature, I felt my sense of belonging. I felt that I am, I'm a being here, and I live for a reason. The trees also live for a reason. The wind also live for a reason. Everyone has a reason. I don't know. It automatically came inside me that yeah, I live for a reason. I have a purpose, and I need to fulfill that. And by being this mess, I cannot. I have to unwind my mess, and I have to clean it. I have to make myself the one I'm dreaming of. And then I created a dream, Richie, for me. Start, and I literally imagined the smallest of smallest things, like what type of clothes I'll wear, what type of hairstyle I will have, what type of car I'll sit in, the type of place I live, my house, and all the decors of my house also I used to imagine, and I used to write it. I started to journal. I started to spend time with nature. I started to spend time with the people I love, and I started to spend time with myself more. Like I was this kid who used to just come, close my door and just be in my room, talk to my cupboards, talk to my walls. You know, I used to make them as friends. I used to talk to them. I used to listen to music, enjoy, and everything. And that's how I really self-reflected and self-introspected myself. And yeah, I got to know who I am. As far as I have experienced life, I think I am in the right way. Let's see what life has to unfold.
You're right, right. You seem someone who is very much confident, but at the same time, you're not arrogant. You know, sometimes confidence bring that little bit of arrogance in you, which is really not good. I personally don't like someone who is arrogant and confident at the same time. I think your trauma that you have mentioned, and you told that it has helped you also shape in a way that you are right now. I think it has also made you it it has given you humility as well. As you told that everyone has, or everyone lives here for a reason. You have a tree, or let's say wind, that you've given examples, and that's a great perspective that you have. It's kind of it can come only when you're very much self-aware of yourself, and you understand that there's something that you need to do. And I'm sure your parents are really great, or the family members have supported you, because coming from that, being at a place like that, and then suddenly, not suddenly, of course, I'm sure you would have taken your time, but all of that and thinking high work itself, and planning all of it, I think that really takes courage, which is great, which is really great. I appreciate that. I don't know if I should be appreciating it or not, but yeah, it seems very interesting, and of course there's many things to do. And I just wanted to ask this. uh, so the school life was done, and then you were happy, after the school was gone. I'm sorry, after the school life is
Yeah.
end has come to an end, and now you were stepping into this real world. Let's say your college, correct? So what was the transition, from, for a girl who was bullied back then in school, and then coming to a new place, new air, everything is new again, and you might meet different people. There should be a fear, there will be a fear or something, especially when you're bullied and you're entering into a new life. So how was that transition from the school life to the college life, and what were the thoughts in your mind?
I would say, I would take my example of my 11th self.
Hmm.
I was in my 11th, I shifted to another city because
Okay.
I wanted to leave the entire place. Like, I'm done with the place, I'm done with the people. So yeah, I shifted to another city, and there, okay, yeah, whatever you said, there was a fear that will I get more friends? Will I get accepted in a new environment? Or will I be the same, struggling person? I talked to my mother regarding it, and my mom is, how do I say, she is a lady of, great courage, and I don't know. I just like, appreciate her, and all this courage you're talking about. I think I have got it from her. She is this person who can talk to, who can have a fight, and then the next moment she can talk to that same person, and she will help and get help also. She has that,
Quality, yeah.
in yeah. So I was like, how do you do this, mom? Just tell me. And we
Hmm.
had this really good talk, and she used to tell me that, see, you need to approach people won't come to you, because I didn't have that many friends. I was really scared that I would be left alone in my future also. So she was like, first of all, be this confident self, be this real self. And I even adore my dad because he likes being whatever he is. My
Hmm.
mom can change herself sometime to get adjusted with the person or the environment.
Hmm.
My dad always remains the same. Wherever he is, he's the same person.
Hmm.
So I think I have got this also from my dad, that I remained myself. I remained that person whom I thought I am. I went with this courage that, okay. And one thing my mom said to me is that, see, this is a new environment, right? Nobody knows you.
Correct.
Nobody knows how you were in your past
Right.
times or in your school. So
Right.
you have this opportunity, and this is a great opportunity for you to show whatever you want to show them.
Hmm.
And that is a line that stuck with me. And I was like, okay, now is the time I can show whatever I want to show them, right? I'll show
Right.
them I'm confident. I'll show them I'm smart. And I did it, and trust me, it worked.
Got it.
I entered the school, and the school wasn't open. I was a hosteler there, and I really feel glad about my past self that I did it. I went and I was so confident, and people were talking about me that, see, this person, and it was in Hyderabad. So
Oh, okay.
there, all people, yeah, all girls used to have this long hair, and I was the only one in the entire 11th and 12th who had short hair. And people used to talk about, okay, this girl with the short hair, she has come from somewhere, I don't know, but she's like very confident, very smart. And my friends used to tell me, people are talking about you, oh my god. I'm like, okay. Okay, great. So I was like, okay, I was enjoying all that, and that made me more confident. That made me feel that, okay, if I think, I can do it.
Right. Perfect. So you told about different cities, you moving and all. how was that possible? I mean, was it your personal choice, or is your father in a position where he kind of get transfers or something? What is it with places?
With places, I would say my both my parents are very travel freak,
Hmm.
so they love traveling. They and even they want me to actually go to different places to adjust to learn how life is.
Okay.
So I would say that yeah, it is completely my parents
Okay.
and I said that I want to move to another city, and they supported me with all they can.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So how has Hyderabad been to you? How did it treat you?
It was really great, and here again my life took a turn. So it was a complete roller coaster. I went to Hyderabad, I came back because I couldn't adjust in the hostel. And that was a really, that was another, lesson. At that time, thank God I was matured enough to handle it. Because people here used to say that, okay, she came back because she couldn't live there. And that was a very shameful thing.
Okay. Why was it?
Everybody starting, I really don't know because I couldn't understand the reason behind it.
Hmm.
My relatives started speaking about it, started like in very initially that don't come back to your home
Hmm.
because people would talk about it, and people did. Whomsoever,
Okay.
all the friends and the known people, they used to ask me, "Why did you come back? What happened? You couldn't live there or what?"
Mm.
And they won't shame you on your face, but they will talk about it,
Of course.
and they'll doubt you. I don't know. Okay, so I really don't understand what is with people that I have my own problems, right? I can deal with it, my parents are dealing with it. Why are you worried so much that your child cannot live in another city, your child cannot live or adjust in your future? Now for my college, when I was moving to Delhi, a lot of people questioned me that will you be able to stay in Delhi, are you sure? I'm like, bro, literally, I know I can, and my parents know I can. Why do you have to say? That is another thing I would say I had to face in my 11th and 12th, and for that, my 11th grades also deteriorated a lot. But at that time, I was this fighter, I was fighting every day, literally. And I'm really glad and proud of myself that I did it. I proved myself that, yeah, it's nothing to be, shamed on, and it's nothing to be looked down upon. It's just that I knew what I was doing. Because I was a kid, people doubted my capability of taking decisions.
Mm.
But I proved them wrong, and I took the right decision. And yeah, and even taking, subjects, taking psychology as a career in especially Indian prospects is a great thing because till date people doubt it. If
Right.
it was not for COVID, I don't
Right.
think so. Psychology would have gained this much popularity or being the talk of the town. People used to, and when I said that I want to take psychology, a lot of people said me that "तुम पागल हो जाओगी." You like, and what is the future in that? You will have no future in that. We at our time used to take it as a side subject. It was not
Mm.
a main subject.
Mainstream.
What will
Yeah.
you do? You would have, yeah, you would have no money, no career, nothing.
Mm. Right. Right. And out of all the odds, of course, now you're here. And so,
Yeah,
where are you now? Are you in Delhi right now, or
yeah, I am in Delhi right now.
okay? And how's Delhi? Again, same question. How's Delhi treating you?
Delhi is great. My college is great, and my classmates are really great. And yeah, I finally found my crowd. The
Okay.
day I went, the day I talked, like we had online classes initially. The day I talked in my group, we had this class group, and the way people were helping each other, I was like, damn, okay, I got really lucky that these amazing people are there. You can open up to anyone, and they would be there to listen to you, they would be there to help you. So
Right.
everyone is so cooperative, so understanding. And I have heard a lot from my friends who are in BBA or BTech or something. maybe this is the subject that unites us, or something that people don't get, and still they experience this peer pressure in college, they experience this bullying in college, and group influence and everything. So that is not there in a class. Maybe
Nice,
it's the
nice.
subject or the maturity everyone in our class has. So yeah, I'm really glad.
It's great, great. So now, how would you rate your emotional intelligence? Because you told when you were a kid, you have told it up in a way which wasn't good enough. You told it was dumb or something. But what do you think of now? After all these things, what do you think your emotional intelligence is? Like, do you think it's good, bad?
Personally,
Hmm.
yeah, personally, I would say that I feel that okay, I'm really self-aware now. Um, Rating, I don't think so. I can do it because I still don't know. I'm in the middle path of my life, so I cannot do that. It would be really wrong of me if I do that.
Is that a wrong question?
But
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I would say that yeah, I am in a very better place right now. Uh, I have grown, and I have literally seen myself growing into this adult. From a kid to a teenager to an adult. Yeah, I've grown through it.
Right, right, right. I just yeah. So as you told that you were hitting puberty, you have mentioned many times, and then there were many things, changes happening. Uh, what do you think as a country, as we are growing up, what do you think is really important in a school when, of course, when we are from different age groups and things have to change and things change. And what do you think is important to make sure that a student is, there understanding the changes or embracing the things that's happening? What do you think a school lacks in that aspect?
I feel school lacks this. How do I say? People need to understand and recognize that child. A child also has emotions,
Mhm.
and all type of emotions, good, bad, extremes, no, everything. And teachers should take care of it, that if a child is and every time I have seen a lot of people, parents and teachers especially nowadays, they are being aware of things though, but they are only seeing the behavioral aspect of a child.
Mm.
So that doesn't mean, okay, if a child is sad, he or she need not necessarily just sit in a corner and cry every time.
Right,
That
right,
doesn't justify that kid being sad.
right. Mm, mm, mm.
So I feel that we need to interact with people, we need to interact with children. We need
Mm,
to have, maybe some courses or some periods where they can actually interact with a professional who actually knows, who is aware of all the situations, all the emotions kids go through.
mm, mm.
And as much as you interact with the child, you will know how the child is.
Right, right.
You
Correct.
can know. And even I feel okay, now since I work in an NGO, I teach to kids, so I have seen in them also, when I teach to them, there are different, as we say that every child is unique, every child is different.
Right,
We need to embrace that difference, that
right,
uniqueness,
right,
which school doesn't do it.
right, right. Yeah, that's really interesting that you have said it because I just wanted to ask this because we as a foundation, PCF Project C, what we are trying to do is we have an initiative called as Project MAP, which means Project MAP. MAP stands for Mental Health Awareness Program. We are doing this to make sure that we install clubs in all the education institutions throughout India. Like that's like the bigger picture. As you know that you go to different schools, educational institutions, you might see different clubs. There's science club, psychology club. There's all these different clubs, a sports club, and all. But you don't find a mental health awareness club or something. Right. So what we're trying to do is we're just making sure that schools have these kind of clubs wherein like-minded people like you and like others who might have suffered or let's say who have that empathy, to understand others, so that they all can come together and make sure that there's a club where anyone can come out, talk, and make sure that they have their own safe space. So that is something that we're trying to do, and it's already done. I guess it's just done. We just have to execute it, and I'm sure many would get understand and get help rather soon. All right. Okay, so this is the last question that I wanted to ask. Imagine there's this person who's being bullied now in his school or in her school. What would be the two advices that you would want to give?
uh, to the child,
Yeah, to the kid. Yeah, or to the person.
yeah, okay. I would say first of all, okay, so we have studied this thing about bullying, and I have experienced it. Uh, the bullies, like the people who do bullying, are the most insecure people in themselves, and this is very true. This is my personal experience, and I have studied it as well. They have the insecurities. Either they need to cover it up, or they need to project it on someone else, and that's why they start to do bullying.
Mhm.
So I would first of all say that raise your voice.
Okay.
If you once raise your voice, you will know how weak the other person is and how strong you are.
Right.
That was the only thing I couldn't do in my school days, because there was no one to tell me that you have to raise your voice against them. And because they are very, they are very insecure. You are very secure in yourself. They are very insecure. That's why they are either trying to cover it up by showing you low or lesser than them, or just projecting their insecurities onto you.
Correct. Right. Perfect.
And the other thing I would like to say is that try talk to your parents, to your teachers, if they are understanding enough, or maybe try talking to your friends about it.
Correct.
Because friends, like, even if teachers and parents are not there, with one friend you can survive. Because I have survived my school life like that with just one friend. So I would
Right.
say, yeah, that is very needed.
Correct. And as you told, yeah, of course, you're needed. And I would just put this up that whenever you're facing certain kind of issues or trauma, just make sure you also get help, seek help or look out for help, especially from professionals, because there are a lot of professionals out there who can actually help us all out in times of our mental distress. Great, great. So what's your future plans? What do you want to do? What's your future plans?
I am now, so I feel that I am good in psychology, and I would like to make a future in psychology. Yeah, so I especially I want to explore the world, explore different cultures, explore different type of people, and just try to find out what is the common point that unites us all. Because I have now traveled and lived in three cities, and I feel that people everywhere, people are the same. It's just some outer superficial things that is different, but inside us we all are humans, we all have the same feelings, same emotions. So yeah,
Great.
that's it.
Great, Richie. All the best. I'm sure you'll do great. And thanks for coming here. I'm sure people who are watching you or the ones who listen to you, I'm sure they learn a lot of things from you and get inspired as well, and also take things in a way which can actually be a help to them. And again, all the best to your future. And I'd always be there. Just make sure whenever you become a psychologist, you can always come to our foundation, and you can be a part of the foundation as well. And we'd love to have you in our team. All right.
Thank you so much, I would love to come.
All right. And the last but not the least, how was your experience talking to me or us? Yeah, the foundation. How was your experience?
I feel really good. I feel kind of released knowing that it's just not you, your foundation, but a lot of people who would be listening to this, who might as well, just stumble upon uh, our conversation and would just listen to us and listen to me, my experience. Yeah, for them also, I feel really good. I first of all, I would feel like I feel very, how do I say, I feel very proud that okay, I came like very personally, on a very personal level. I feel that being that child who had been bullied in school, being that shy kid, and growing up to actually talking about it, talking to other people about it, It's a great journey I've experienced. And if anyone who is listening to this has experienced something like that, you just know that you're just unique, you are special, you can do whatever you want. You just have to think and do it. And yeah, you will be there. And you can also as well one day come and inspire other people. And I hope at least if I am able to inspire one person also, or like help one person also through this conversation of ours, I would be really glad. I don't think so it would like anything would mean more to me than this.
Sure. I'm sure. I mean, the listeners would definitely give the feedbacks. They'll appreciate this as well. And once they do, I make sure you know that too. I'm sure you'll be happy. All right. That's said. And that's said. Thanks for joining, Richie. I think we have had a quite a conversation, and it was great talking to you. All right.
Yeah, it was great talking to you also. And thank you to your foundation for actually initiating such things. We need more such things. And yeah, thanks to you also for actually doing this. And as far as I know, you are the mind behind all this, right? You
Right.
created
Yes.
this project, and yeah, I'm really proud of you also that such people exist and people are taking such great initiatives. And all the best. Keep doing it. Continue.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay, so that's it for this episode, and thanks Richie again, and of course everyone who's listening. Do follow the things that Richie has said. It might be of your help. Try to seek help. Try to talk to your friends, and make sure you speak up. That's one thing that you need to do, as Richie told. And I'm sure you'll all do. And all the best. All the best for your future.